What's up, everybody? Sensei here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another Electric Live. And we have Green Master Mike up here in the trenches. Always here. Appreciate you, Mikey. And we
Thank you.
have Mr. Roger Euc, one of the best
The
world-renowned
legend.
EUC. Yeah, the legend in the EUC realm. And it's always a
Well,
pleasure.
thank you very much for having me out here, guys.
Yeah.
There's a few
Always love
things that
having
I
you.
wanted to get out into the ether to tell everybody about because a lot of crazy stuff been going on lately. So,
All right, man. So we'll just pass it over to you, man, and let you cook here. And if everyone, again, I want to thank everyone for joining us this Friday evening, morning, noon, night, wherever you are on the globe. And we appreciate you being here because you could be anywhere else, but you're here with us. And we all appreciate you being here. And we're going to dive into this deep dive with Roger. And yeah, man, we're going to pass the mic over to you and then let you stir the pot a bit.
okay, but Mike has the mic all the time, and we got to fix that because sometimes homeboy talks too much. I'm just kidding, man. Dude, I cleaned out my car 2 days ago, and I found, because you gave me two of those stickers, I found the second one, because you saw it.
I got a bunch made more, dude. I'm gonna send you a jersey or something, dude.
Could happen. I'm receptive to things, especially if they don't cost me money.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
You're my buddy.
I'd be happy to pay for stuff. Anyway, so what is going on next week is something kind of cool. I don't know if you guys have heard about it yet, but I got my hands on an X-Max, a P6, a Lynx S, a Race, and dropped off at my door tonight is going to be the SV168
Yeah.
wheel.
Wow.
I was waiting to hear that. I was waiting to hear that. The SV168 or something like that.
Yeah, which I don't know. If you look at how these things are built, they're all kind of just assembly line cookie cutter stuff. The machine's kind of not right in the right spot. Now that screw doesn't line up exactly right, and I don't think the SV168 is going to feel the same way because these are being made like one at a time by the guys that created it. And I mean, they're doing like layers of the carbon fiber and vacuum sealing things.
Yeah.
And drilling. This is not off of an assembly line, which is why like Rolls-Royce and Bentley and whatever, they cost a lot of money.
So what is that? What does that cost? Are they selling those to the general public, Raj?
Yeah, I've talked to a few people that have bought them, and they're excited to see how I think of it next week. But they're like $7,000.
Damn, it's handmade.
Yeah, it's less than
one at a time.
but then you add stuff on and whatever. But yeah.
Now is that 7,000 USD?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
No pesos, man.
Hey.
Come get yours.
We wish.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So anyway, that is going to be me with all of those wheels next week, trying them at different, just like cycling through them at the track and logging my times and seeing how much better I can get on one versus the other. So
that would be nice. Yeah.
Are you going to test them in the similar courses, Raj?
So it's all going to be at Apple Valley Speedway. Matter of fact, Mike, if you want to come up on Thursday.
Next Thursday?
Be out there. Yeah. 1 week from today. Or is it? No.
Okay.
Less than a week from today. Today was Friday. So, yeah.
Hey, but if I go, do I just got to pay the general admission coming in, or do I got to schedule it like last time?
It's the same deal like last time. But now instead of $60, they made it $100, but then there's no gate fee. So
okay.
Oh, well, okay.
$100. That's a drop in the bucket when you consider how much gas you're wasting to get up.
Hey,
to that
I just got to pay that. I just got to pay that a day before, right, or something like that.
Yeah, 24 hours before, or they will charge you extra at the gate for. Or come by and park your car, hide inside, and when the person that's watching the gate goes to the bathroom, you can hop the fence.
Ross, I have a question. So
Yo.
you just rattled off a plethora of wheels, probably the top knot wheels out there right now. But my question is right now, the X Max and the P6, you've had a chance to put them through their paces. What are your thoughts and your opinions on both wheels?
They feel different, yet at the same time, there are similarities. For like the weight distribution and all that stuff is similar. They feel like they're the same size wheel, but the software is way different. And it is clear to me that the P6 has more polished software and more room to grow, but I feel like I don't know, man. The X Max just feels like home. You get on a good old Bigode, and it'll take you around the track. I was hitting good numbers at that track in China. So when I had that X Max in China, we're going around the same track that we did the World Championship races the year before.
Yeah.
And I'm there setting up my Bluetooth and getting my watch linked to the thing, and I was like right there in line with the fastest people from the year before I was even trying.
Wow.
So that wheel is definitely fast, and it's definitely confidence inspiring, it's that confidence inspiring part that makes the P6 special. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be hearing the same thing about the X Max.
I got a question, Raj. It's probably a little more detailed of a question, and you don't have to answer it, but off the line P6, X Max, you give it all you got. Which one's going to win off the line, dude?
Whatever one I have the pad set up for better.
So you'd say they're about the same then?
Well, you're saying me specifically. I've never overleaned. I've never overleaned either of those two off the line. Okay. So I've also never overleaned the Lynx S. So, and I'm trying to. So I've seen people do it. So people must have something set up better than me, because I mean, I can get down under that 2 second 0 to 30. I guess I haven't tried 0 to 30s on my P6 yet, but all the rest of them I've got it logged for that speed. Yeah.
Wow. So, and how do you feel about the Lynx S? Where does that fall like now?
All right, so that is my guess as to what's going to happen next week. Is the Lynx S and the SV168 are going to remind me of each other. And I'm saying that because they're both lighter. I think the SV168 is lighter than the Lynx S. Their mass is it's close to the middle. They're going to feel, I think, like they're more
similar.
Fun. Yeah.
Okay. So there would probably be more of a wheel you'd want to go off-roading, maybe trailing.
The Lynx and the SV168, I think, are both excellent off-road wheels. Whether or not they will belong on these larger tracks, the SV168's got the top speed, but the question is, does it have the torque to get you to that top speed on a racetrack? Because it's not about just moseying on up to that top speed and give it a little bit
get up there quick, right?
You got to lean the whole time if you want to actually be competitive.
So, Roger, as of right now, what do you think would win off the top of your head on a tighter track out of those wheels? Lynx S, P6, X Max on a tighter track.
Oh, so this is another hard thing about this is you can't have them all set up the same. So right now I've got a good old-fashioned 9090 on my P6, and it's it takes a little bit more to get a 9090 around the track. So my X Max has the same 9090, but I put 1/3 height EX30 tire spacers. So if you recall, I made that 3D design like couple of years ago.
Hmm.
Still getting use out of it.
Nice.
And I'm running tubeless with it. So if anybody at home wants to try that, I highly recommend against it. But I will tell you, I haven't lost any air, and it's solid. And I've been running on small, tight tracks with those are the ones where you got to like hit the brakes and you start leaning to turn, and sort of you're turning before you're even going the right speed to turn. And then that whole, I don't know, you feel almost like you're doing one of those ski stops to
Gotcha.
slow down
Yeah.
to get around the corner.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Now, as far as the how's the race doing? I know you tinkered around with the suspension, you changed the oil. I guess you put a heavier weight oil in. Do you
I
still
put a
think it's a
lighter weight
contender?
oil.
Lighter? Oh, my fault. Lighter.
Yeah.
Now, do you think
Well,
it's still a contender? The race?
well, it depends on the track. So
Okay.
I think the spot where it changes from being a contender to not, it's going to be about the size of that full send race track that's coming up next month.
Okay.
Next month already? Oh man. But yeah, I'm trying to get a lot of stuff figured out before that race so I can figure out what wheel I'm going to be bringing to that track. So
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
mhm.
So you
And I
got
was
your
also told by the Russians, if I really do dig the SV-168 and I think I'll be able to do something worthwhile on it, then I'll get to borrow the wheel perhaps for I don't know, if you could put a little W for win over the name of a wheel, that will definitely help for sales. But
well, yeah.
yeah,
Well, I know they make great parts. I know I ordered parts for my Tesla V2 pedal hangers,
the
and
Russians.
yeah, dude, it's like you get the parts, you're like, wait a second, and the price was right too. Their parts are amazing,
Yeah.
high quality stuff, man.
Did you ever get
Oh,
any
yeah,
of
we
those
got
Russian
that.
pads? Those leather
Yeah, the
pads
Russian
that they used to
pads.
make?
They're like the squishy ones. They're super
Yeah,
comfortable.
yeah. Did you ever
I've
try
ridden
those?
them
I never
before.
tried them, but I seen everybody jumping on them. I was like, it must be good.
Yeah.
But that was years ago, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So,
Larry Zarkov had them, and I borrowed his wheel once, and it was yeah, it was a nice experience.
Hey
so
guys,
probably, right, Raj? From what I'm hearing, what I'm thinking is going to be P6, this X Max, long stretch, top speed. They'll probably be the two top dogs. And then if it's a really whiny type, quick turn type race, the race and maybe the Lynx S might have a chance, and the SV-168. You think?
Yeah. So the speed on the straightaway, it's not about what wheel can get up to the speed the fastest. It's because everybody was saying the right thing. It's about the rider. So when I'm going down the straightaway, I'm going to be accelerating until I get to the point where it's like I get concerned about slowing down in time for that next turn.
Yeah, you don't end up in the dirt.
If I feel comfortable on the P6 more than I do the X Max, that's going to have the higher top speed, or vice versa, even if the other wheel would have been capable of going faster. So anyway, it's a fun little mental game to play, and it takes a long time to get the right answer. And I'll be out there all day until my legs don't work anymore.
So what time are you showing up? Early, as soon as they open, type thing?
Yeah, I think they start showing up around 8 o'clock or something, but they don't let you on the track until 9. So I'll probably show up at 8:30.
Yeah, I'll let you know, man. I'm gonna look into it then. Right on. Thanks for the invite, dude. I might just take you up on that.
And
Yeah,
Russ,
it'll be a fun day.
you brought up a good point.
Yeah.
When it boils down to the rider again. The unicycle is only going to take you but so far, you know, and the level that you guys race at, it's almost like who makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win. Can your body maintain, you know, or your legs going to burn out, dealing with the wind and every other thing. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of factors that go in it just beside the wheel as well. So, I mean, that's a really great point too, man. So I'm excited to see what happens this year with those wheels in the races and how everything turns out, you know. So, but guys, let's give a quick shout out to the we got some people in the ballpark. We got Dale. We got Christian. Who else we got in here? Mason
We
and
got Grillo
Jazz.
in here too.
Mr. Grillo is in the house.
Thanks.
Albert, thank you guys so much for jumping in. Spartacus is in here. Let me just pop these comments up real quick. Give them the limelight a bit. Mason, Jez, Albert. And this is great here. He says, let's do an estimated run poll time on tonight's live. I'm going to go with yes. Captain.
I forgot about comments. I just clicked and now my screen is all commenting.
Lit up. We got Slow Joe. Jose, thanks for joining us, Captain Send It.
Grillo. What do you say, Grillo? An hour?
Appreciate you, Jose. Okay.
Thank you, dude. Hey, you seen Dale get pulled over by the cops, dude?
I did. He handled it well, though. He handled that well, though.
Yeah, but it was kind of funny. You reminded me of the auditors that they have out here in the States. You seen those auditors, Raj, where they stand there recording and then all these Karens run up?
I'm not sure about that one, but I know if I see Dale handling authority, telling him what to do, that's not Dale.
It was weird.
Somebody's like possessed his body or something.
Yeah.
Raj, we got another question. I don't know if Captain Senate was here, but he has a question about the P6 shocks on the links, and will you they fit? Yeah. So if you want to.
Okay, so here's the thing. So the P6 shocks fit in the Lynx S, the Sherman L, the original Lynx, I think the Sherman S. They're transferable to all those things, but the deal is what doesn't have the proper shock for its use case. And I would say the only thing that I can think of out of all those that kind of has an issue is, and it's a sad thing to say, but the Lynx S suspension, even after setting it up as best I can, putting as much air in the chamber as I can, and whatever, it wasn't what I was hoping I would get out of that suspension. It feels so good until you drop more. Let's see, with the 70-pound shock, it took me probably about maybe a 2 or 3 foot drop. So something pretty big to actually make it bottom out. So I was kind of happy with it with the 70-pound shock, but when I put the P6 suspension in that Lynx S, it felt to me like that's how that should be. Gotcha. And then the P6 felt even better with the Lynx S suspension in it.
Wow.
So, that's crazy.
Wow.
So my plan was,
that is crazy.
I'm gonna see if this works, and then I'll put it back. But instead I was like, I'm gonna see if this works.
I'm gonna leave it.
I don't want to put them back, man. It's like I feel both wheels are better than they were before. So.
That's crazy.
That's pretty
crazy.
Cool.
Yeah, I was watching Trub and Richard when they were riding together, and Richard was on the Lynx S. He loved the power, but as far as this, and you know how they ride, them dudes he was getting on that suspension, and it just was not up to par for him.
My first ride on the Lynx S was with Richard and Matt, and Matt is Trub, by the way. And if
True.
That's
true.
and I'll tell you what his name actually is. That's his last name backwards.
Oh, really?
So,
look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, bam.
All right, learn something new.
So we start riding, and after like 2 minutes, I'm like, I'm bottoming out on a lot of stuff, and I was like immediately afraid to go off anything big. So that was, I don't know, probably a little disappointing for my friends that I kept saying, I don't want to go off of that. And anyway, I did go off of like, I don't know, a 6 foot drop or something. And it bottomed
oh my God.
Well, Richard looks solid too, though. He looks solid. He's over 200, right? Richard looks solid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe for the lighter riders you can get away with it, but once you're pushing 200 plus, maybe even about 180.
Yeah, Richard's pretty stocky, right?
Oh, he's a stout dude. Yeah, he's not somebody you want to mess with. But
he go like Wolverine.
something
I
like that.
remember I met him at ABS when I went. He was a pretty cool cat.
Yeah, he digs you, by the way. He's a nice guy, and if you don't screw with him, he'll stay your friend and be a good person to have in your corner. So,
Oh yeah.
what I was saying is, he got the Lynx S as soon as he could, and he got it with the 70-pound shock, which is the most weight shock they offer, and he was immediately pissed off. So he was chatting with me like, what do I do? Da, 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 da. So he's probably the reason I thought of doing that suspension swap. So I did the suspension swap. I told him it worked, and I think he did it maybe the same night as me. And yeah, he ended up putting his OG Lynx suspension in his Lynx S, changing to 15 weight oil and the 70-pound shock. So he says he's still not totally thrilled with how it is, but anyway.
But he loves the power of it, though, right?
That Lynx is just, I don't know, just feels fun. So yeah, the power, it's always just like right there. Like the P6 and the X-Mac have a ton of power, but pulling it out of the wheel takes a lot of effort. So, I don't know. That's why I love my Rocket, because you just think and you're.
Well, that's why I love my Arrow, man. Even though it doesn't go that fast.
Yeah, the Rocket.
It almost weighs nothing. Oh yeah, the Rocket. What do you got it at? 55 miles per hour already, Raj?
That was my max GPS speed on it, and by now I was supposed to be building out the Rocket Pro, but there was a little issue in that the parts that I'd ordered. There's different mounting stuff for the motor, and anyway, I'm getting some assistance from the kind folk over at Extreme Bull, so hopefully I'll have the parts that I need soonish.
Okay.
Slow boat from China soonish.
That'd be nice to see. And we got a comment on the mic. Yeah, Annie, we know about the mic for some reason. These last couple of weeks, we can't adjust certain levels. I don't understand what is going on with StreamYard. But before I could adjust the mic levels, and now I have problems doing that. So I'll try to look into it and see if it's on my end, but we'll see.
Well, as a professional YouTube streamer, I could tell Mike to just go into his settings and lower his gain on his mic on his end.
So that's what I said at the beginning.
For it.
Yeah.
I can do that, guys?
Yeah, there should be. That's what I said before. There should be a gain.
So I go to the Bluetooth. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I think exit the room and then click on the little gear icon thing, and then click on audio, and then under there will be stuff.
Okay.
I believe so. Oh, wait, you don't even have to leave. Wait, I can see my little gear icon right here. Let's see what happens when I click on things. Oh, yeah, you don't have to leave. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah. So, yeah, the very bottom is mic volume. There's even a button above it that says automatically adjust mic volume. Oh.
Okay, so there's a camera, a comment, and like mic here. So go to the mic.
No. You don't have a little picture of a gear icon? Are you on a computer, or what are you on?
He's on
my phone.
Okay.
Okay, let me see this. Okay, that didn't do.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. No, just kidding.
Yeah, he's gone, everybody. Woohoo.
He'll be back, and it'll be better than ever.
Back. Yeah, before I could adjust it, I don't know what happened with StreamYard.
Okay. And yes, the shock cover on the P6 fits, but I don't know what happens if let's see, over the P6. So on the Lynx S, you do need to cut one little rib out, and if you have your preload all the way like loose, then it probably will interfere a bit. So you'd want to make sure your preload's adjusted, and if you weigh 46 to 93 pounds, it might not be perfect.
Gotcha. So. The elephant.
Since I left, eliminate. Since I left.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
The elephant in the room. Slow Joe left, so we don't care about the elephant in the room.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Come back, Joe.
Come back, Joe. So we
How
have
is it?
asking about how is it possible to install the 90/90 tire on a P6 rim?
That's one of the most common tires people are putting on their P6, and they're doing a Michelin Pilot Street 2 90/90, and it fits with no adjustments unless your wheel is messed up and it's too far off to one side, like I've seen for a few people. But if that's the case, I have a theory as to what's causing it and how to fix it, and it's where the mounting points are at the very bottom. So if you like raise one up and then tighten it down, your whole tire is going to be tweaked a little bit. So just my guess. I haven't actually effed around with that because I don't have that problem.
Hey, Rod, so you think the 80/90 is better on the P6 than the 90/90 for?
Yeah, we think you're louder now.
No, I'm just kidding, man.
Am I louder now? Am I louder?
No, you were leaning into your phone, right? So
Yeah, that's probably.
what was the question?
I said the 80/90 is better.
So if I'm going to be, let's say, going to the TEF1 track that, what was that one? In, not Whistler, that super beautiful giant track that they did. I probably would have chose a 90 or an 80/90 for that track.
Okay.
The turns were bigger, longer, sweeping turns, which means you're not having to flick the wheel over as far and as fast and hit your pedals on the ground. That also means you could do lap after lap after lap and not get tired. So those of you that go to the racetrack and you're like, I could only do 2 or 3 laps, then my legs are dead. Just put a narrower tire on. You might pedal scrape, but
A little more nimble.
you might get more out of it too.
Yeah, because I know Seth Crownwell. I don't know if you know who Seth Crownwell is. He's one of the Rebel Riders. And Grillo was saying that the 90/90, I think that's what he was saying, that it was better than the 80/90. And I was arguing more on your side, like, well, no, the 80/90 is going to be more nimble. You know what I mean? So, I mean,
yeah, but they each are going to have their best home. So 90/90 will get you better traction and better. So not because it's just bigger that it's taking the wheel up higher, but you'll have better clearance of the pedals because the way the wheel will turn when it's leaning over. It just doesn't need to be at as far an angle. Extreme an angle? That was the word.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a lot of start clicking through some of these
Yeah, I jumped through some
things.
of them since we answered that one.
If you don't hit the like button, Spartacus will find you and make you sorry.
So real quick, we had a couple more people jump in. Big shout out to Spartacus. I think we said that one already.
what's the
We
Spartacus?
have Grandpa and Maya. What's happening? And they're
Captain
giving me a
Send It.
shout out by my gamer tag War Machine. If you know, you know. If you don't, you better ask somebody. Anyway, thank you for coming into the room, into the stream. Let's see what else we got going on here. I've been on vacation. How's the P6 fast charger process going? That's
Ooh.
Grilla's asking you that.
That's a good question.
Wait, Project Anakin is Mikey Grillo?
Yeah, I think so.
Grills.
I thought he was Grill Piece. Okay. Well, anyway, all of the stuff, the development, everything is done. I finalized the PCB board layout, and all the prototypes are being produced right now, and I'm making, I think, 5 or 6 prototypes, and I have a very short list of people that are getting on the first batch. And then I'll start big time production, and hopefully I'll be able to sell them to, I don't know, like Guli and Hao Ningning and all those other people that they start selling the exact chargers that I sell. They choose the same start and end point for voltages, and they choose, I don't know. It's just this one was really kind of, it was good because now that I finished development, usually I give all the information over to the factory and then they start making it for me and selling it to all of the other companies.
Oh
You can't
no!
patent none of that stuff, Raj. You can't patent that, huh?
Well, this is one I'm not patenting. I'm just sort of keeping it all in house, so nobody actually has been able to steal what I've done.
You got
So,
you got a Kentucky Fried Chicken that recipe, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
those hide
Some of
those
these things-
spices, man.
okay, the encryption for the P6 isn't encryption. There's nothing hidden. There's nothing that you can really patent because they're using kind of an open protocol and they're not hiding anything or lying about anything or whatever. So it just happened to be pretty damn tough to reverse engineer. And I happen to know some people that are a little bit more talented than your average computer hacker, and got it done.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm
and
not sure.
I know we're going ahead, but I just saw somebody says, "How does Q like his P6?"
Oh yeah, we'll jump down to that because
Yeah. Yeah. How does he like it?
But last night at Intro to Speed. Wait, today's Friday. The night before last night, Intro to Speed. He's doing his little acceleration run practices, and I get scared for him every time because he pushes it like nobody.
He does, bro.
Yeah.
It is. You get that. The ground kind of has a little spot where it goes up and then back down. That's enough to get the tires skipping on the other side of that spot. But yeah, he's a fun guy to have around and kind of fun to watch at the track. Although
He's a beast on that track, man.
The temperature got a little bit warm, so
Mhm.
it didn't look like the same Q because he's always got all this flowing clothes to like behind him.
He got the
So it
Spawn
looks like
cape
he's always
look
got a
behind him.
cape on, but yeah. Anyway, I was impressed anyway.
Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing him race, man.
Yeah. I want to see what he does at ABS this year.
Yeah, he's going to be on the old P6. So
He's gonna kick everyone's ass. That's what we're gonna do.
yeah, just a
That
little
boy,
bit.
he's off the hook.
I'm like, I talked to Q. I'm like, hey, you want to be on the race team and da 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 da. So, and then as soon as he kind of proves himself as a off the hook kind of racer, then In Motion swoops in, and I guess they offer him a sweeter deal. So,
I know.
the In Motion team, most of them are people that were either close friends of mine and riders on my team, or close friends of mine and riders on Night Rider race team, which is now the Underdog race team, which is where I'm now.
So who's with Eli now, dude?
Well, a lot of people are kind of with Eli. So Eli is not doing that thing where it's like, this is my team and here's the roster, but Eli's more of like, he's my buddy, so he'll get me. Like I had the Coffee Run shirt on yesterday, and Richard Salcedo, he's in with Eli also.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
There's like
Alex too.
Yeah. Do you know?
Oh yeah.
Alex is. It's a little confusing, but Alex P, he's a guy that whenever you see me at Intro to Speed, I'm usually riding with him. And he's now on a P6 also.
Is he really? Oh shit. Okay, man.
Early money on the P6. He got it and brought it to Intro. He was one of the first people, like civilians, to have it. And somebody said, "Can I try that?" And anyway, he never got to ride the wheel for a good long while. Hey, I see Eli's in the house.
Eli is in the house. Welcome.
Boom. He's here.
So,
So anyway,
That's
it took Alex a while to get his wheel fixed, and now it's fixed, but there's still a whole bunch of like his trolley handle is kind of hanging on there and all scratched up and everything, and it was a brand new wheel. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't let no one borrow my wheel, man. I'm gonna just say it. I'm not rich enough to do that, especially a $5,000 wheel, man. I mean, if I was loaded, I probably wouldn't care, but I'm over here on the fence between the X Max, the P6, which one, and then I'm like, well, dude, I mean, if I got the Lynx S, then I got a wheel that's an all-around wheel. It's probably never going to break on me. It has everything I need, but I want the P6, so it's probably going to be the P6. But I couldn't let someone just, unless I knew that person was like, hey, dude, if I break it, I'll buy it. You know.
I get
Well,
it.
there's also like if I give somebody my P6 and they crash it, I don't have the same level of confidence that I do if I give them my X-Max and they crash it. You barely can tell where any scratches get on the thing. I mean,
So it's indestructible, kind of.
it seems pretty damn near indestructible, but we'll find
Yeah,
out
because
more.
the P6 comes all apart, right? I mean, that thing's not good on crashes, right? Or is it?
Well, okay. I think it's pretty good on crashes, but it's really heavy. So if you take something that's really heavy, but only pretty good at crashing, and then you say run it into a cement pillar, pretty good ain't good enough. So
Right.
something that heavy has to be really damn good at crashing. Otherwise, you're going to need a couple of hefty bags to bring it home.
That's funny.
So the
That's
X
funny.
Max is now, and that puts the X Max a little higher than the P6 now. After hearing you say that, you know, and it's like I'm in my head, dude, and I know I'm gonna do something this month.
Even for me, it's complicated. So if we go through all the pluses and minuses, the P6
Yeah.
range sucks compared to the X Max.
Oh, yeah, let's go through
pretty-
some of those plus and negatives.
Pretty dramatic. But then you take the P6 and everything about it makes you feel like you've got something that actually is valuable. The X Max feels just like the Race, feels just like the ET Max, feels just like the X-Way, feels they all
How big
kind of
go?
do the same sort of thing. Like
Right.
the way the buttons are and the way it balances and all that. You can't open up your phone and see where it is right now.
I
unless
got
you put
you.
an AirTag in it, which I do have an AirTag in mine.
So basically, with the X Max, you got the performance, but you're not getting all the bells and whistles. It's definitely not as polished.
So it's kind of like a Mustang Shelby compared to a Ferrari.
Okay. We'll just run with that.
Let's go with it, right? Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Muscle,
I would
not
say
a lot of technology. Muscle car, not a lot of technology. Then you got the Ferrari. It's the pinnacle of technology in cars and vehicles, right? So that was the comparison. I have to explain it to you guys.
The funny thing is, though, if that X Max takes the checkered flag, dude, there's gonna be a lot.
It's just as capable as the P6 at winning races. But here, I want to reconfigure Green Master Mike's analogy. So I'd say it's more like the Corvette ZR1 versus a Miata that has been tuned by a freaking insanely good.
Oh, shit. Miata.
You talking about the V8 Miata, the Banshee? When they put the V8, you ever seen them things?
Somebody's put a Viper V10 in a Miata, which is
That's
funny
crazy.
because the Miata does kind of look like a little Viper, but yeah, that didn't look right with that engine.
That's crazy. Because that thing weighs what, like 1,500 pounds?
Yeah, they're light, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Light.
Okay, so all right.
Yeah, you get in that tuned Miata, and everything kind of doesn't feel like it would. It's like you get all the crisp switches and everything in that ZR1, and you got the way the engine, you just barely turn the key, and then and it controls everything.
Yeah.
And then that Miata, you got to it's overheating. You got to piss on the engine block.
To cool it down, right?
Start blowing.
You got to pour in some methanol or something. I don't know. Things
Something out there. Now, what
funny.
about the X-Max suspension? How do you feel that suspension compared to the P6?
The P6 suspension definitely feels like a less stiction, smoother, a little bit more plush. But if you give me the option between the two, I'm picking the X-Max suspension.
Great.
So X-Max has more travel and more adjustability. I can get that X-Max tuned for a little tiny guy like Sensei Vegan or a big guy like me, and it's all the same.
Okay, you're funny.
So, but yeah, I mean, suspension is really important. As I've noticed in this last year, when they released that race, the suspension for me, I didn't even realize it at first, but it was so bad, it was dangerous. Like going around the track, I had multiple crashes, losing traction around the corner, and it's not because I was going faster than everybody else. It was because that suspension couldn't handle little changes in elevation. So
Oh shit.
it was just everything was slow motion. That's why I put lighter oil, not heavier oil. So it's got the opposite issue of the Lynx S.
Wow.
Eli
is in the house, y'all. Oh, so Captain Sand is saying he's healing up well.
Yeah, quick recovery, brother.
Yeah, we wish you that. And they're going to get on with their across Australia trip later this year. So we're sending you healing vibes your way. And we wish you all the best on that. And keep us posted when your GoFundMe goes up for that. And then we can all, we can plug it up. And let's see what we got here. Oh, so I did have a question. Now, this question was asked by a rider. And because they were asking who was going to be on the show tonight. And I said one of the best EUC riders in the world, Roger Euc. And they want to know what it takes to get to your level, Roger. What it took to get to where you are now.
Well, for me, I started just riding for fun, and everybody said, we're going to go to this race. And it was Apple Valley, and I went there, and everybody told me I should enter the race. They said this before I went there, so I actually had the ticket already. So I entered as an amateur, and I guess if you get to a certain spot as amateur, you could either choose to take the prize. I don't remember how it went, or you get bumped up to the pros. So my very first race, I ended up in with the pros, and yeah, I finished in front of good old Mike Leahy and Chooch and a few other people. And yeah, and I think I would have done a lot better if I had I think I had a knobby tire on my Sherman. I don't remember. But yeah, I wasn't set up right. I didn't know what I was doing. And you hang out with people that know what they're doing, and they'll be happy to help you get going faster. I mean, like, I know Fresh Bones, first few times I was riding with him, he was super chill about everything. Now he looks super chill about everything, but everybody's behind him. So how did he get to be at that spot? He's coming to Intro to Speeds, and he's hanging out with us.
Yeah.
He's saying he's taking pictures.
I agree.
He's talking to us also. He's like, what do I do with my pads? What tire should I get? Something feels weird about this. What should I do? Anyway, he's cooking now. So
nice.
Oh yeah, Bones.
So appreciate the answer. And yeah, so that question actually came from my wife. She was asking, well, how did he get to the level he was? And I said, he rides, he practices. You gotta
a lot of beer.
I think instincts too. Because there's different levels. Just like in any sport, you'll have people that are good, but then there's levels above that. Certain riders excel. Like some race really good on dirt.
Some people are just natural too, dude.
They're just natural at it, man.
Yeah.
So, and you're not just good on the wheel, you're good off of it too. You can rip a wheel down, and yeah.
I try to be a well-rounded type of EUC dude, but if you are good off-road, it is very easy to make you good on-road. If you're good on-road, the same doesn't work the other direction. So
it doesn't. Yeah, I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
Because if you get really good off-road and you're on a street track and you lose traction, something weird happens. You'll deal with it like that. If you
I agree.
Ever spend time on the street, not enough shit comes up to keep you in the right mindset to recover from these weird stuff. So
that is so true, dude. When you're on the dirt, sometimes that crap is so unpredictable, man.
There's like for no reason at all of a sudden your tire, wheel, everything just goes that way.
It does.
And then you could either choose to take a bite of the dirt over there, or you could turn your body that way and get that tire back under you and keep going.
Yeah.
So
That's a fact.
You
That
hear
is
what
a
Bones is
fact.
saying?
What's that?
You hear what Bones is saying? You see what Bones? He's crazy, man.
I'm gonna get.
why
Find
we
your
keep that
community.
guy
The
around.
community will make you faster. Oh yeah, and roids. I don't know if they'll work on me anymore, Bones.
Oh,
Well,
she's
isn't that
telling
what
you.
like the all of the expendable guys like I don't know about Schwarzenegger, but like if you look at Rocky, what's that guy's name? Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone.
Yeah, it's Stallone.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Right,
we
he's
just lost Chuck Norris today.
112 and he's ripped. So
He's ripped.
Yeah,
112.
Yeah,
ripped.
but look at dude, Chuck Norris died today, and he was even healthier than that guy.
Yeah, Chuck
what is healthier though? So was he really healthier? Did he look healthier? Did he live a healthier
I mean,
lifestyle?
He was all into the exercise thing, selling exercise videos and food and diet plans, and but he
even
was
with-
a lot older, right? Wasn't he like
He was
90?
80. He was 86. Yeah, he's 86.
Yeah,
years old.
dude. So I
In his
mean,
80s.
he
Yeah,
did
he's
live a long
86.
life, 86.
I just saw the Project Anakin says get Ronin and X-Max. He's stressing why is Bigode gatekeeping, da da da. Man, Ronin, next time we all go to China to try out the latest and greatest wheel, and they tell us that we get to take it home, maybe get a plane ticket, and then there goes your reason for complaining, man.
Well, they're coming. They have, I believe it's April 5th. Don't quote me on that. They're having the X-Max Day, demo day, up here in New York. I think they're going to have one in Brooklyn and one in the Bronx.
It's pretty crazy. So I was the first demo day that Lem did after we got these the wheels. We got in the car at I got to his house at 5 something in the morning, and I think we started driving to San Francisco by 7 a.m. And I had worked the next day. So we're driving to our demo day in San Francisco, and I get back home after 5 a.m. just in time to take a shower and go to work.
Make some coffee and go, huh? Oh my God. Hey, I got a question, Raj.
I got to work. Yo, what's up?
Because my buddy above me on the screen talked about it a lot to me. And I was like, well, you know what? No better time than to ask Raj. Raj, what do you think of the Falcon Pro?
Yes. I'm glad you asked that because that was on my mind too. What are your thoughts on it? You read my dome piece.
It is an awesome wheel. It feels great to ride, and it is one of those wheels that's like so good to abuse. And we were abusing the F out of those little wheels in China. But yeah, and they just keep on going. So what I was talking about the P6 earlier, where something is pretty good at taking abuse and it's heavy. That's a good and a bad, but this is extremely good at taking abuse and it's not that heavy. So you can do whatever you want to that wheel. The only thing I don't like about it is everybody says the trolley handle, but it's not just the trolley handle that I don't like. It's the way it looks like it looks like crap. I mean, it looks like they didn't finish doing whatever they were doing, or they just like, it was an afterthought. If they just went my style and totally got rid of the trolley handle and all those little stupid latches and springs and just did something else there, it would have been a lot better than I think what they actually shipped. Because can you see yourself, Sensei, walking into a grocery store looking like you're scratching your ankle with that wheel going around?
You know the thing with me though, my arms are super long. Yeah, my arms hang down to my knees, dude.
He can scratch his ankles without bending his knees.
Dude, I got a wingspan on me, man. So it would work for me, but it wouldn't work for your average person.
We got a bad connection. All I heard was something on you is really long and it's down to your knees.
You're bad, bro. You're bad.
I don't
But
know.
Hey,
my arms are super long though. So for me, it would work, but for your average person, it wouldn't. The handle does look short. It looks really short.
hey,
Yeah,
Raj,
it just has
here's
like
another one.
Yep, about that.
What do you think about now the Falcon Pro versus the Rocket?
That's a good one.
well, they feel very different, especially at low speeds, and very different if you. So let's say you're taking both of them at 30 miles an hour
Yeah.
and you hit a pothole.
Uh-huh.
I will shit myself on the Rocket, and the Falcon Pro won't care.
Wow.
I can see that.
So I don't crash on the Rocket, but it does this thing where it like and it scares me. And
Yeah,
I
it can get a
say
bit
30 miles
squirrely.
an hour. I've done it, and I'll pop on the wheel and I'll go to the store or whatever. And not saying you guys should do this, but sometimes it's not convenient to put on a helmet or knee pads or wrist guards. And yeah, I hit a pothole going 45 on that Rocket the other day, and I think I had 2 bars of battery or something.
Oh
I shouldn't have
no.
even been going that fast, but I was pretty close to
Cutting
needing
out.
another pair of pants. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, be careful, dude. Be careful.
Well, there you got some answers there, Sensei.
Yeah. This is again, I know what I want, but I'm on the fence. One thing I didn't like about the Falcon Pro was all the screws in it. Now you guys saw me make that video. That's one thing. I didn't like all the screws. But one
Yeah.
thing that did
You're
kind of
very
make me
wrong
more
about
comfortable.
that.
Yeah, but one thing I did like about it, and I think you said it, you mentioned it, all the screws are the same size. So that's a good thing. It's not like
They
the
made it
C8.
very serviceable. Very
Okay.
serviceable.
See, there you
C8's
go.
different. C8 is they got all kind of different sizes. So I think 4 different sets of screws or types of screws. And I think I was watching Ken Tips take it apart, and I was like, nah, I couldn't deal with that.
Yeah.
But
Hey, now.
hold on one second, Mikey. The
My
problem
bad.
that I do have, right? I got long legs, and that thing's going to be an ankle biter for me if I got the Falcon Pro. I got really long legs, and I'm not, like I said, my riding weight, I'm probably about 190 right now, 185, 190. With
You're light.
gear on about 200. Yeah, but that's what I normally ride at. So I'm thinking, do I need a wheel like that, or should I just go big or go home? If that makes any sense. I don't know. That's what I'm on the fence for.
And you have a Lynx.
I have a Lynx, I have my RS, and I got the EX20.
Yeah, but that Lynx to me is like an awesome wheel, dude. I should have done about that, dude. You know,
the Lynx does everything well for me. Again, I'm not the type of person to over push a wheel, so it does everything well for me. Yeah, and I'm pretty happy with that wheel. So I don't know.
Cool.
Hey, Raj, have you had a chance to ride the new Aeon or Eon, whatever you want to call it?
No, as a matter of fact, that's the only one I did not get a chance to ride. But yeah, I was in China, and we were going to go visit the factory. And anyway, the trip got changed around a little bit, so we didn't end up going there.
Okay,
so,
because you've ridden the Arrow, I'm sure of that, right?
Yeah,
and
great.
Now, what do you think of that wheel, dude?
So the thing with the Arrow is, I'll get on it, I'll be like, oh yeah, this is a great wheel. It's light, it's nice, but it's too slow. It's
too slow. I agree, dude. I just got it because it's really freaking light. It has a good suspension. It's real zippy. And it's basically a Leaper Kim type of technology, a lot cheaper. And it only weighs 55 pounds, I think. So it's super light. But I do hate when I want to go that faster and I'm constantly beeping. So I that's why I was asking about the Eon, because I don't know, dude. No, I don't know. I'm thinking of getting the Eon, man, and replacing it with the Arrow.
Okay.
Yeah, for my commuter.
Well, I would assume it wouldn't be too tough to sell the Arrow. Also, at the same time, maybe you've got this platform here. Anybody with an Eon want to do a swap for an Arrow. So and
There
I
you
guess
go.
the Eon costs a few bucks more. So then
Yeah.
Well, let me know.
yeah, and
Anybody, let me know.
$200.
There
200
you go. Let me
pesos.
know, guys. Pay for shipping and pay the difference. Let me know.
Duff just did a swap. I think he's
Yeah,
doing
he
a
did,
swap.
didn't he?
Yeah,
What
I
did
think
he
he's.
swap?
Wasn't it a Commander? It was Chris Clark's wheel. Was that a Commander Pro Max?
No, he had a Master V4 like mine.
The one that had the
No,
blue.
Chris Clark has been racing a GT Max.
Bro,
Then that might be the one. Then the one with the
Commander
blue.
Max.
the
Yeah, that's the
GT Pro
one.
Plus that he's selling?
The one with the blue armor and the red pads
Yeah.
on it. I think.
I think
Yeah,
he
you're
said
right.
I don't even know what I probably read it wrong, but I don't know. I read GT Pro Plus. I hit him up on the side. I
thought
think
it was
he'd
the
take a
Max,
couple
though.
grand.
I think it's the Max.
Yeah.
I think
Is
it's
it the Max?
I think Roger.
He's I think had both of those, but I think Commander Max was what he
that's
would
the one
race,
for-
and it was also kind of cute because his wife races the same wheel.
Yeah.
She can race too.
He's pretty fast. Yeah.
Yeah, she's good. But yeah, I think I don't know. I think they're trying to see if they're going to make the swap. He's going to swap the Aeon, I think. So we'll find out. Duff always keeps everyone informed. Hey guys, we got a couple more shout outs here. We have, make sure I get everybody. We got Quinn in here. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. We got the Gooch in here.
That's a good question down there that Quinn has.
Quinn?
Yes.
Quinn's off the hook. You know Quinn, Roger?
No, I don't know Quinn.
He's like an Austin type cat. I've never met him, but when he gets on here, dude, he talks like Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like fucking out there, dude. He knows a lot of shit. I'd like to meet Quinn.
So, what are your thoughts
Quinn
on
has my ATM code as the last 4 digits of his name.
Oh no! So, what are your thoughts on the Vesk EUC, Raj? If you,
so we can see sort of from history. We all like to learn from history, otherwise we're blah 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 repeat it. So, one wheels, they were sort of being gatekept by Future Motion, and you couldn't do crap with them. And then the Vesk started taking over because people were frustrated by their lack of customizability and performance and whatever that the one wheels had. So to get past that, Vesk started entering the scene, and it was almost a novelty until they started winning races. Once they started winning races, now people look at you funny if you say you're going to go to Future Motion and buy a one wheel. So
people are building them, right?
Yeah, you build from scratch everything. And I mean, I've got myself a Vesk M10-3.
Never knew that.
And
you got the E-skate thing too. You're doing that now too, right? Didn't you? Are you gonna be racing?
I'm not doing it. I won the amateur series and then I quit.
Oh, why you didn't like it?
Well,
ain't nothing like EUCs, huh, Roger?
So where have you gone to intro to speeds around anywhere, or because I know you don't got too many out there. So around here, intro to speed. I've got one of them that meets like 2 miles from my house.
Yeah.
And what you see out there is a bunch of people sitting around eating donuts, doing laps on their wheels and whatever. And then there's a whole bunch of guys with the e-skates that are turning bolts and tightening things and adjusting stuff. So,
oh, okay, I see.
I found my dog.
You're here.
Euro, thanks for joining us. Yes, my EUC journey.
Hey,
thank you, bro.
Hey, do they got you? Hey, who's doing ABS this year? Is it you still, Raj?
Yeah, well, it's me and
Eli,
Bones, yeah, and Lem. We're pretty much so far
do you got an exact date yet? I know you said September 14 something, 12, 13, 14.
12th and 13th, but I can check the calendar.
So that's when you need to come.
Saturday and a Sunday. That's exactly right.
Well, that's going to be good weather, dude. That's going to be really good weather.
I would like to come out there before that, though. Just to ride. Yeah, just to ride with those guys first. I really do. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. We're gonna
Talking
talk.
is seems to be what you're good at there, Sensei. It's a
I
lot
got-
of talking.
But dude, I
Never
got a lot.
seen you though.
I got a lot boiling in the pot.
I guess
Dude, I
that's
got
a
a
lot.
lot boiling in the pot, bro. A
I
lot
hear
boiling
ya.
in the pot. Yeah, man.
Really?
The goat hiding.
Yeah.
What are you hiding, Roger? What are you hiding?
I don't know. I think thinking that is giving Bigode too much credit. Bigode is at face value what you think Bigode is.
That's
people,
funny, dude.
They
That is
show up for work. They put together wheels. They change programming for stuff of people complaining about. If we don't complain about shit to them, they're
They
never
ain't
changing
changing
their
it.
software.
they're not changing it.
So, but yeah, they're here for us. They want to make whatever wheel we want. That's what they're gonna make for us. Because then they're also
They want the money.
well, the money is secondary, I'd say. So
Really?
they could have probably done other things to make. I mean, look at King Song. How does King Song make their money?
Yeah, but I mean, if you got the sauce, man, like he said, if you don't give the secret up, you could sell it all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So,
gotta hide those original spices.
Yeah.
I'm excited for like if I actually had pull with any of these companies,
Yeah.
I would encourage them to do one wheel with a VESC controller, open source,
Oh, they ain't gonna
nothing
do it.
hidden, and
Yeah.
just use the current programming that's out already. And then as soon as that ends up in the hand, the reason they're not going to do it is pretty
They're
obvious.
not gonna do it.
They're not going to do it because as soon as it ends up in my hands, in Austin's hands,
Yeah. Or
all these people,
twins' hands.
they're going to make it better.
Yeah.
They're going to end up having something that is better than the factory stuff from all of these companies. And then what is your motivation for buying stuff from this company except for their hardware? And then, well, maybe somebody else could make that hardware.
Yeah.
Somebody
Then
else.
they'll just be selling parts.
Mm.
Yeah, Fast Day Shock. I'm down with that. Okay, let's see what else we could do.
But that would be
Yeah.
cool. If we could just build our own friggin' wheels the way we want. That would be cool. But that will not happen in our lifetime.
You never
I think
know.
it will. I think
You
we're
think
not
it will?
far from the-
Yeah.
I think this vest
Maybe,
thing,
huh?
they're not going to be
Yeah.
able to stop it. It's just going to take
Can't.
one person to say, this board, I made this. It's a vest. It fits inside your Lynx. So if you burnt your Lynx controller, you could replace it with this, and
Well-
it's only $250. And then people will get them. People will
And-
buy them, even if their Lynx controller's fine, and then they'll put that in there because they wanted
Yeah.
the flexibility of doing
Well, look,
whatever they want to do to
Both
the thing.
Declan and Austin already made EUCs with Vesk in them. Both of those guys
Yeah.
already did it. Austin did a MSX, and I don't know what Declan did, but I heard he did. I think it was a Tesla. I don't know what he did, but he had one, and he was just fucking blowing everyone out of the water. That's what I heard. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know for sure Austin's got one because I see it all the time. And he's
Yeah,
even
Austin
took
made one a long
dude. He took
while
a
ago.
bet. He took a vest, Roger, and he hooked it up to a friggin' toaster.
Yeah, he
Austin,
did.
right?
I remember him
And
talking
he
about
made it
that.
so that he could have the exact fucking temperature. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
talking
That's
down to
fine.
whatever fucking Einstein type shit, dude. And he's
That's
like,
hilarious.
I want it so it's
Vest
perfect. I'm like,
has-
fuck it, this fucking
The
guy.
kid controller for, I'm assuming he was making a reflow station for soldering, which is why you'd hook it up to a toaster. I've done something similar over here. Back
Yeah,
in the day when I was-
no, it was something. I forgot what it was. But then he took, hey, dude, he was like, hey, man, I need a heater. Because he lives in Tecate, where I live, dude. We live both live in Mexico.
He said that on the stream. Yeah.
And he's like, hey, dude, I need a heater. You got an extra heater? I'm like, yeah, but the fucking thing, it doesn't work, dude. Fuck it, I'll take it. I give him the heater, right? I don't know how he did it. He put a vest on the fucking heater, and he's able to, and it's one of the, you know those big old circle heaters? You just turn,
Yeah,
and it just fucking
parabolic
gives out heat.
reflector heaters.
It's
Yeah,
like a freaking rocket engine.
He
Yeah.
put that vest on that, Raj, and he's able to put it down, put it on the exact fucking temperature you
That's
want to that.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, he's off the hook. Yeah. All right, my bad.
No, I think you answered this
Oh.
one already, Raj. But Daniel's asking, Daniel, thank you for joining us this evening. P6 or the Lynx S? And you already answered that a few times. It's
Well, I didn't exactly answer it. I gave that the answer depends on stuff.
yeah. So I mean,
And it
that's
definitely does.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's
Daniel just came here, man. Just go back and watch what we talked about, Danny.
no. I think it was solid though, dude. I
Yeah,
think
it
it was.
was.
Yeah, it was a solid answer for me anyway. It's because it's fact.
Yeah, to me, I see that I got to get a P6 if I want to go fucking fast. And then if I want to go fast and crash my wheel, because I probably will, then I better go with the X Max. And if I want to do like everything I want to do, then maybe I should go with the Lynx X.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah,
this
the
is what.
off-road stuff is fun.
Yeah, yeah. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna start making our final descent, uh, and we're gonna get through these last few questions. We don't want to keep Roger on too late here. We appreciate him being here, and
Hey, how hot is it, Raj, where you're at right now, dude?
It was, I think, over 90 out here today.
Yeah, dude, it was 100 right here where we're at, dude.
wow.
It's still in the 80s over here, and it's fucking 8 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Grills, the wait for that piece. Yeah, and you can see Grills too, man. He's putting up some really good videos on Facebook. I watch him just ripping that.
He's a
P6.
badass, dude. That is a true rebel rider right there.
Yeah, he's putting it through its paces, man.
Yeah, and he's doing this shit in the fucking snow, dude. I mean,
Dude, it's
I see
freezing
the
up there,
banks,
man.
and I'm like, dog, I'm praying for you, doggy. You know what I mean? But he's off the hook with it.
He's a trooper because it's definitely cold up there.
Yeah, he hit some of that black ice. You know what I'm talking about? Oh no, man. That's why I'm praying for you, Mikey. But keep up the videos. It's awesome, dude.
Oh, he's talking about they hope that they open up the full track in New Jersey. Okay, at Teflon. All right.
What did they do? Just half the track or something last year? I wasn't there.
They probably had. I don't think they raced the whole thing.
Somebody put something very interesting, Raj. Maybe you guys ought to look at it, Raj. Can you even do it, Raj? Can you guys run ABS the other direction?
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh, run a
No, but
mirror
I'm
track.
saying, dude, have you guys ever done it in competition mode?
I think.
So I'm saying like the finale would be good if you guys switched up on it. You know, like, okay, keep it all the same. And the last one, and guess what? We're switching it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to do that to people.
Dude,
Because everybody practices one way, and it's a.
fucking be like, oh man, dude, the P6s were kicking ass, but now it looks like the Lynx S has got it.
That's like when you used to go roller skating, they would switch directions on you. You're good skating one way, then it's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
you're going the opposite way.
You're overturning.
Crossing over one way, and then they go the other way. And they're like,
Yeah, exactly.
That is so true.
oh, memories light the corners of my mind.
I know.
All right, Albert.
Raj, what?
Let's see those Clark flex pads. They feel super good on my race. So I'm probably gonna have them on there. But yeah, they're more substantial than what I usually run myself. I usually do the Clark Titans, which are like minimalist kind of pads, almost nothing at all.
Oh wow. Okay.
But let's see. On my X Max right now, I'm running the sync pads. And yeah, I think I've got the Titans on my P6, but I don't know. I guess I'll probably be switching pads around a bunch on Thursday also, because it wouldn't be right to give one wheel an advantage over another one just because I'm more used to, or these pads have this detail better or something. But anyway, we'll figure it all out.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Have you used the bio pads before, Raj?
Yeah. So those pads.
So how would you compare the flex pads to those?
They're like, I mean, you were there at AVS last time when Chris Clark was handing them out. They look very much the same. The flex pads are just a little bit more substantial than the bio pads, I think, right?
Okay.
And I think
I like hard stuff. You make straight stuff.
The accelerator is lower and the brake might be taller, if I'm remembering right. But anyway, I don't know. But yeah, it's always weird when people buy stuff from Chris Clark and then it shows up and then they'll bitch about like a little 3D printed bubble or something. I'm like,
what the hell?
Took 26 hours to print on the guy's printer, and then he stuck it in a box and shipped it to you. It works just fine. Like, why do you have to get a microscope to look for little things to complain about?
Yeah.
Some people,
Yeah.
they'll do that.
He makes some good stuff, dude. I've always liked his
does.
stuff.
He does. And
He was really one of the pioneers that got the pads
Mhm.
to everybody. So I was running pads of. So I used to get the Sherman came with these weird pads that were like two little bumps connected by a piece of foam in between, and I would cut that in half and I'd stick that over my foot so that my foot would go under that, and that was my jump pad.
You say,
So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was back in the day.
Wow. Quinn said he
How
made
long
a
have you been
solo
riding
wheel
for now, Raj?
out of
2014. I don't know how many years that is.
Really? Yeah, he started in 2014. He's been on it for a while then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like for real. Like I bought a toy grade electric unicycle that I used to go to the bank and to
Little air wheel or something.
It's something sort of like that. The I don't even remember Exo Rider or something. But
From Alibaba.
it
So
was
wrong,
eBay, but close enough. But yeah,
Close
I think it would
enough.
max
All the
out
same.
at 12 miles per hour, and never, ever, ever crashed on it.
Oh, okay.
So, because I didn't used to like ride. I used to just go from here to
Cruise.
there, and I didn't need to learn to ride either because I bought the thing because I was trying to find something challenging. So I bought a pedal powered unicycle, and I was like, "This is challenging." It took me like a week to learn, and then I bought the electric unicycle. I'm like, "There's no challenge at all. This is like 1,000 times easier than."
Look at that.
than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So Quinn said he made a vest solo wheel. Okay. He vested solo.
Let's see what
Hey,
other
when you-
vests-
When you did that, Quinn, were you able to adjust the speed and stuff? Were you able to get it to go faster than it normally did? Because I know Austin did that with that MSX. So it goes faster than it normally did. I don't know how he did it, but it goes faster.
Well, my buddy Ben got an M10-3 to free spin at over 100 miles an hour.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Can you just imagine that, dude? That little wheel going.
Oh my goodness.
God.
dude.
Yeah.
You
That's
probably
nuts.
couldn't even go over 40 and you would end up losing control on it, right? I mean, yeah, because I mean, that thing is not going to take that high speed, right?
That's what they said about the Rocket.
That's
but I mean, the
crazy.
Rocket's a lot bigger than the M10-3, isn't
It's
it?
a lot bigger. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, the M10-3 is like riding a fucking fuck, dude. It's almost like riding that King Song
Dude.
basketball.
I learned on the M10-3, and my buddy's like, "Hey, what are you riding on the PS5?" He was like, "Nah, dude, it's a freaking M10-3."
I used to like when Roger used to. Remember, Roger? I've seen a couple times. I don't know. Maybe it was a couple. Maybe it was once. But you guys did a M10-3 ride, man.
They did. Well, they did a race too
Yeah.
with those. They did that.
Yeah, man. Why don't you guys bring that back, man?
Bring it back.
Bring it back to the old school.
When I get bored and I feel like I need a different kind of fun, maybe I'll
Bring
do
it
that again.
back.
But yeah, they just did the M10 games up in Canada, and
Mhm.
they like to remind me that I did the first M10 games, which is kind of cool.
Grills,
Wasn't
you could
even
definitely
planning
do
on
that.
doing it.
That was,
Mhm.
yeah, he could do that. He's really good at like a filmographer, doing that type of stuff, taking the pictures. He puts out great content. I would do it 100%. I think people like that behind the scenes. At
Oh yeah, they
Teflon.
will.
Yeah, he's good too.
Okay, Mikey, what you got to do is get that house one day before the people show up. Then you got to wire it all for sound and put cameras all over the place. And then you need to create this like fake animosity fights and clashes and everything.
That'd be
Dude.
cool.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Real World
Like
Tough
for-
Fun.
Real world, Big Brother. Yeah, right.
Real
That's
world
so funny.
EUC style.
Yeah, I like Clark pads too, Bones.
They do feel good, man. Because you know what? I've had Grisla pads, and they're good. Grisla's good, but they got that like the flow pads I've had. They're soft, and like the pads I've gotten from Clark, because I've gotten the Bio Pads 3, the C3 pads, and then he gave me those ones the last year, right? And I love them, bro. It's like I like the Sync pads, but I like Clark stuff better, man.
They work.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Clarks, man. They just work.
Yeah, they're not as pretty, in my
Yeah.
opinion, as the sync pads, but yeah, we're talking function, and I really don't care what the tread pattern on my tires look like if it'll get me around the track faster, and I don't care what my pads look like if they keep me from falling off the wheel.
That's
So,
the main
Exactly.
thing. And
Yeah,
guys,
I'm liking those Adam G pedals on the Master, dude. They're fucking awesome, dude.
yeah, I think I was there when you bought those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's hard to beat those pedals. And if anybody else has managed to bend a set of Adam G pedals, let me know, because I think I'm the only person.
You're holding the title, Raj. You hold the title. That was crazy how you were able to bend those things.
It wasn't on purpose, but who put that cement pillar inside that parking garage?
Oh, that was crazy. I remember. Yeah.
That was one of those race crashes that I don't think I should have crashed, but it was because the suspension just wasn't letting the wheel back down to the pavement.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. And we have reached the end of the questions. And guys, make sure your tray tables and seats are in the right position, because we are about to land. And I want to thank everyone for joining us. This was a great.
Yeah, we always love having you on, Raj.
Love having Raj on.
Let's see. Here's my setup. There's my TV over there watching. And
Nice.
I have the camera between there and my head, so it looks like I'm looking at you guys when I'm actually reading the comments. I also got more comments over.
I know. I got to get that set up. That's a nice setup.
Oh, we got to give a shout out to Kurt. We got to give a shout out to Bot.
Kurt.
Thank you guys. Right. And everyone, we thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you can, just smash that like button. Big shout out and thank you for you, Raj. Any last words that you would like to share with everybody?
Oh, just we all love what we do and what we do with these wheels. And if there's anything you could ever do to help keep somebody else having fun, do it. And I don't know, we're a community for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you want to be an island, go do it on your own time and get the F off the stream.
Facts.
Look at that dog.
Hey, put it dog.
Oh.
Green Master Mike, what are your final words of wisdom?
Well, thank you, Raj, for coming on. We always appreciate you coming on. Hopefully we'll have you back on maybe before ABS or after ABS. And we appreciate all you guys that joined us tonight. And we hope you guys stay safe and wear gear. Wear gear, please. And
Definitely.
Mikey, be careful out there, Mikey. And other than that, I'm going to go ride right now.
Oh, you're lucky, dude. I'm going to hit it up tomorrow. Again, guys, thank you so much, Roger. Again, highly appreciate you being here. Always. Yeah, it's really nice to always have you on, man. I always learn something. And, guys, remember, you do one thing this week, and if you ride, you get on your wheel, you ride it like you hate it. You ride it like you hate it, but you be safe out there. I'm Sensei, your
Green Master Mike.
And I'm Roger Euc.
That's it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Roger.
Slap some miles on your wheel. Hello. Good night.
Good night, everybody.